Ooh la la. The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 81 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Well, this has been a quick-start offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Cowboy.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, it's Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Down behind the
nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run. And they fouled it. It's on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw is Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Here they go, play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
At the 26-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Cowboys 3.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th down.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On the option, here's Elliott.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Dallas.
To throw, it's Wentz. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
Elliott a first down and more. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 45 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. This is going to put him back in a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Wentz is going to keep it.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3 and out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback, It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. One across the 45 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They keep on the ground with Allen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to look for Allen now. The deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
That's the end of the first.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. And even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First and goal at the 1.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's the option. He's got first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
35-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
36
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On play action, it's Wentz. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken right on the 30. That'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Falcons send out their punter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
10.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On the option, here's Elliott. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
The tackle made.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
5-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they run the option on 2nd down. Quickly completed to the right flat. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. I'm willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
2-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this carries into the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. Elliott, toss right. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Flush to his right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Gurley. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So that's the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10.
16.
Thank you.